Jason Phillips from Appraise, getting ready to do a quick test run and a few more photos and a short drive in January on a 1964 ERA FIA Cobra that's been recently built. Cold start coming. We're going to do a quick cold start. Lifters churning. Got a lot of cool parts on it we'll go through in a minute. On the FIA style bodies with the racing flares, with the flares, fenders flared out. These are the cutback style doors. I'm not going to close that right now, but they fit together very nicely. Wimbledon white circles. It's a 2000 Aston Martin British Racing green, base clear repaint. The reflective quality is excellent. If you take a look at my the Carhartt emblem in my jacket, I can read that from 18 to 24 inches away really easily. Really not much to speak of regarding paint issues or problems. Only one small spot of shrinkage, less than the end of a Q-tip in the underneath the paint there, and most people probably wouldn't even notice that. These are original style Goodyear Blue Streak tires. The blue stripe has been added. Halibrand wheels and Halibrand knockoffs. Wheels are in very nice shape, sporting a little bit of brake dust, if you can see that in the video, which you may not be able to see. It looks warm outside, but it's not. This might be the coldest test drive ever. I got no windshield, and it's January in Ohio. Jason Phillips from Appraise 800-301-3886. Doing a quick test drive today. Sorry for all the wind noise and all the exhaust noise, but we're going to take this car down the road and just put it through the gears and make sure everything's okay. Bear with the wind noise. Loaded 4-speed, all gone through. Center force clutch, was that?
I believe it is, yeah.
About a baseball head. ERA is known for making the most realistic FIA reproduction Cobra race car bodies. This car is equipped with a 302, 60s vintage 302, stroked out to a 347, Weisco pistons, solid lifter car. signals are functional. Additional switch inside for the cooling fan, which we're not going to need today. We started out in third gear there. Call a Chinese fire drill. I don't know if that's politically correct anymore, but that's what we're doing. I'm going to drive it for a few minutes. And I'm in. If you like to eat a lot of pizza and Snickers, this car may not be for you. I know there's pedals down there. Water temperature has gotten up to about 150. Oil pressure's holding good at about 45 pounds. Alright, I'm going to hand off my handy dandy recorder.
Straight up.
Good. Should I do a burnout right now when the cops are?
Turn after the barrel. After the next one.
Doing a little linkage adjustment on the transmission because the shifter has a tendency to stay stuck in third right now. Other than that, the car seems to run good. Whoops, I just missed your driveway, didn't I? That was officially the coldest test drive ever. You probably aren't even watching this video anymore because there was so much wind noise. But the car seems to travel down the road nicely. A little bit of stuttering in the carburetors, but boy, it's so cold out that they're not probably dialed into this kind of weather. It's got the raised back FIA style trunk lid. That was to fit a federally mandated suitcase, I believe, where the bungee cords would clamp in down there. The paint shows very nicely on the car. Interior shows nicely. This front seat does move. That one's stationary. The roll bar is powder coated. Top loader 4-speed I mentioned. Having a little shifting action anomaly. It's got the correct racing style FIA style harnesses, and then these harnesses were added, shoulder harnesses were added in the back. FIA style racing cars had the speedometer over on the passenger side. Driver was really only concerned about the tachometer. These wheels on the back side have the pins that lock into place before the knockoff gets tightened down, which is the correct way they were set up. These are FIA. These are powder coated jacking stanchions. They're also referred to differently than jacking stanchions. This FIA style screen for the fuel cap. But a really, really nicely done body. Nicely done paint. There's very few contaminations or issues to really discuss. I saw one small fisheye in the paint somewhere, but I'm having a hard time actually coming up with it. There's a little bit of a mark right here in the paint that may be surface, and it is. And it is. Little bit of maybe stone splash that may clean up and dial in a little better. It's better than most driver quality cars as far as looks go. Very, very clean. I'll show you a little more underneath the hood when we get the car inside. We're back under the Cobra. I'm going to give you a quick rundown and pray that my battery holds up. My light is flashing. That's a Salsbury rear end with Jaguar carriers. That aluminum housing may or may not be a Salsbury piece, but it's part of the ERA package. The rear end's completely adjustable, side to side and front and back. Adjustable coilover shocks, the standard these days. Front and rear disc brake setup. These coated headers drop into the side exhaust. Pretty cool. There's a flange there, and it slides up in there nice and tight, and then a bolt goes through it. No big clamp, and doesn't appear that they're leaking. Got a little bit of a stain right here. The transmission was shifting out good for the first part of the test drive, and the linkage was giving us some grief, and it ended up getting stuck in third. That's an adjustment that the seller of the car is going to take care of here shortly. Top loader 4-speed tranny. You can see all the linkage on it is new. All the bolts are clean and shiny. Bushings look like everything looks like it's in good shape. The tub of the car is sound. Footwells are painted Wimbledon white, as per the original FIA cars. Is that correct?
Yes.
Blow-proof scatter shield. That's a correct. It's not a Mustang 2 rack and pinion. That is a Fat Man or
Flaming River.
Flaming River, and that's modified to be set up like the original cars were set up. A high-end oil pan, Aviad. It's good shape. The car doesn't appear to have any active leaks. We took some photos on the floor after we pulled it in. Nothing pouring out of this one. Car's got under 500 miles on it, and the paint has that level of wear showing. It doesn't really, virtually shows no wear. The Lucas tri-bar headlights. Those are the air inlet scoops for the big brake setup. The oil cooler is set up there with the cloth jacketed lines. Not jacketed, they're actually cloth jacket. That is the line itself, as the original cars were set up. Overall, a very good looking Shelby race car ERA body, FIA 289-302, which was the original racing setup. Car's in very, very nice shape. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise. Thanks for riding along on that cold, windy ride that you probably couldn't even hear. Have a great day.